Hey there, it's Kimberly Lucht, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about how I set up a 3-hour workday and how it works for me, how it could work for you as well. I think a lot of us think that as entrepreneurs, we have to work 9 to 5 like everyone else. And that's simply not always the case. If you find that that works for you and you love it, great. But if you find yourself wanting to work a little less, especially during these summer months when you just want to get flowery and go outside and enjoy the weather with your friends, this might be something that you want to try out. First, I want to cover a topic which involves a guy named Cyril Northcote Parkinson. What a name! He wrote an essay for some New York magazine back in the day, like in 1955. He wrote about how time and work will kind of morph with each other. Basically, the work that you have will expand to the time that you allot it. The time that you give yourself to complete something is usually the amount of time that it'll take to get something done. A lot of the things that we do actually take a lot less time than we think. I want you to think about what's on your to-do list for today. If you have something like record a podcast, start your YouTube show, write an email to your list, think about how much that actually takes in terms of timing. Usually it's not much more than 20-30 minutes. A lot of the hang up is really when we question ourselves or we expand our work to, fill up a time frame that we think we have. Something that can really help with this is to have things that kind of bookend your time. Structured time for you to have lunch, structured time for you to go to yoga class, something that kind of gives your schedule a little bit of structure so that you get things done in a time that's allotted. If you thought about a 90-minute chunk of time and you were like, okay, I want to do an email for my list, I want to pitch an offer to a prospective client, I want to record a little bit of a podcast. How much time do those things really take when you don't doubt yourself, when you don't question yourself, when you just do it and press send, do it, press publish, do it and press record. And your first go, your first draft can be your best. It doesn't have to be perfect. If you were to take 90 minutes to complete everything that you needed to do today, A, do you think it would be possible? And B, if you don't think it's possible, do you think you could hire somebody to help you with things that take up time just because it takes time? If you have a product-based business, things like, packing orders, that's not gonna be a super speed type of thing. Like that's gonna take a little time. Can you hire that out? Can you ask somebody to help? There's usually support around you. And so finding the places in your schedule that suck your time and outsourcing, that's honestly some of the best use of your resources. When you're creating and when you're sharing your message, those are the things that really move the needle in your life and your business. I feel most fulfilled when I'm creating something, when I'm doing videos like this for you, when I'm sharing something about my business and my life, or when I'm pitching an offer to somebody that I would love to work with. Those are the things that really move the needle for me, and so everything else can fall away. Things like checking social media, major time suck. And noticing if you're doing that before you're creating something, because what I like to think about is creating more than I consume. So if you find yourself creating, for the first half of the day and then letting go of work and then doing other things that you want to do for the rest of the day, yay. The main thing that I want you to take away from this is that a 3-hour workday can be simpler than you think if you, number one, remember Parkinson's law. The work that you have will expand to the time allotted. If you give yourself an hour to pitch one media outlet, it's gonna take an hour. If you give yourself 15 minutes, it's gonna take 15 minutes. And you're gonna do it before it's perfect. So done is better than perfect. Getting it out there and producing and creating whatever you feel called to do and channel through, that's better than sitting on it and wondering if it's perfect. Like this video is probably not perfect. I could shoot it so many more times. This is the first time I'm shooting it and the only time I'm shooting it, because done is better than perfect. And then 3, having the 90-minute chunks to kind of frame your time, have a little structure to it that you feel like, oh, I have a call at 3, I'm gonna get this done by lunchtime. Maybe 90 minutes is for creating things, pitching things, drafting up offers, things that, share your message, that move the needle forward, that actually bring in income for you. And the other 90 minutes is maybe something like taking calls with clients or with your team members, whatever things like calls and stuff I usually set for the later half of the day. So that's a little snippet of how I set up my workday. I'd love to hear what you do to, free up your time, free up your life, because hey, it doesn't have to be all day that you work, all day that you produce. Noticing when you produce best is key to setting up a workday that really feels juicy to you. If it ends up being a 3-hour workday, I'll be high-fiving you from over here. Even if it's a 5-hour, 7-hour workday, I'm still high-fiving you, and I think that that's great. You want to work as much or as little as you want. You want to have power and control over that. So 3 hours seems like a little not realistic for you. Going step by step and understanding where you can use your time best, seeing if you can, decrease from 9 hours a day to 7 to 5, and maybe eventually 3 or to 1 hour a day. You never know. Anything's possible if you focus your time and energy on the things that really, truly matter. Let me know down below what snippet of this is most valuable for you, and I hope that this helps. Here's to more time, more freedom, more fun. It just feels good to be able to breathe and relax and know that you've done your best work in whatever time you've given it. Ciao for now. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.